what are you going to do? Sheffield United versus Fulham is the bottom of the table, dearly departed derby. The good news is someone leaves with some points because both teams have 0 points so far. We've been through the tale of woe for both, haven't we, through the season? Fulham handily beaten their opening day against Arsenal, then 4-3 against Leeds, then heavily at home to Villa, and, well, probably the most competitive at Wolves last time out, but still a 1-0 defeat, still didn't score. I guess Parker's going to push the positivity, but it's not going well so far for Fulham. I think we'll see a few more ins and outs. There's rumours of Hector and QPR and Knockout. Obviously, now with Houghton at Nottingham Forest. Don't know if anyone's going to come in. Obviously, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has come in now, so we expect him to debut. And Ademola Lookman, who looked pretty good on his debut there at Brentford, just pepped them up a little bit there. So I still think it's going to be a fair few game weeks before Parker settles on his decided Premier League team, and then the excuses go about being competitive. He's got to settle on one of them, hasn't he? In terms of Sheffield United, we can make a lot of excuses for Sheffield United. Caught cold against Wolves, let's write that one off. But against Sheffield United, obviously the red card, 11 minutes, big mitigating factor there. Against Leeds, that was a tight game. Everyone will admit, I did the watch along on that. Could have gone either way. And then the one against Arsenal, where there's possibly a red card decision again going against them. Very sort of similar type of issue with a shirt pull by David Luiz on Oliver Burke. So, yeah, if I'm a Fulham fan, I've not got much sign and I want to see improvement that hasn't been there. Whereas if I'm a Sheffield United fan, I'm like, well, maybe if a couple of things had gone for us rather than against us, we'd have a couple of points. I'm not saying they'd have 5 points or 7 points, but they might have certainly not that 0 total that they've got. That is what Sheffield United lined up with against Arsenal. We obviously have now Rhian Brewster in there, so it'd be interesting to see if he comes straight in. Big money signing, but so is Ollie McBurney, who's on the bench there. Still curious as to why no Fleck and why no Norwood, and how badly are they missing Jack O'Connell at the back there. So I think maybe, I'm sure there's calls. I haven't really checked in on Twitter with the Blades Twitter sphere, but you know, they've had so much success with Fleck and Norwood and Sharp and McBurney. Maybe there'll be a call for one of those to come in. Let's see. For Fulham, well, I mentioned Loftus-Cheek, wherever you're likely to drop him in, but I'm sure he does get dropped in there, and they're still trying to look at that. Robinson, Lamarche and Reeve. Aina has been Adoy, Hector, and Brian. Obviously, Brian's playing a bit further forward there. Maybe that's the idea, just play 2 fullbacks. That sorts you out. But yeah, Parker's really searching for the the solution here. And it's going to end up looking very different than it did last season, where you could have people like Areola, people like Lookman, Loftus-Cheek, who weren't there last season, who are going to end this season. So, yeah, it does play into that narrative we had that Fulham kind of clawed their way up last season without necessarily having a finished team that was going to be, put out every week. This season, where's the game, Ben? Where's the game? The game is at Bramall Lane. So I'm afraid, Fulham fans, I've got to have Sheffield United slight favourites. And with that Brewster edition, can he pep them up a little bit for the win? Either way, someone's getting some points this week. If you enjoyed this clip, why not go and check out the whole video? You can find that and all of my other content at my channel, the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. And while you're there, why not hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for regular notifications?